Hello guys, hi Kit Kats, how are you? As Halloween's coming up, I wanted to do a video of my top 6 Halloween movies. Now I'm gonna post my top 13 in the description, and I thought that I would do 6 for you guys and about 3 honourable mentions. Anyway, let's begin. At number 6, it would have to be The Nightmare Before Christmas. I really enjoyed this movie. I like the theme of the movie. I like the animation of it. I think the voice actors are really good. I really like the music behind it. But it's based for like Christmas and Halloween, so it could be both together. So I always get lost when to actually watch it. So I think it works really well that you could watch it at Christmas or Halloween, so maybe even November time. It was about Jack Skellington tries to steal Christmas from Santa. I think he kidnaps him and basically delivers really horrible presents and stuff. So I thought that was a good idea, and I really like Sally as well, and her song at the end as well is really sweet. So that's why that's number 6. At number 5, it would have to be the Addams Family movie. Now I remember there's 2, I think there's 2 of them. I can't remember which one it was, but one of them I really enjoyed was when Wednesday and her brother, I can't remember his name, they went to like a summer camp, and there was this like blonde haired girl really like, oh look at me, I love this and this. And Wednesday was like, do you know what, like, go away, she was sort of thing. She didn't really care, like she wanted to, I think she even pushed the girl in the river. And then there was like a love interest she had as well, and they made a play about it. And you know, I love the song, da-da-da-dum, 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 da-da-da-dum. I thought that was wicked as well. And there's also a bit where Uncle Fester, he has a love interest, and she basically tries to kill him. So I thought that was really good. So I don't know if that's Addams Family or Addams Family Values, but when I find out, I'm going to post it here. That's the one. Anyway, and that's my number 5. At number 4, so I've written a list here because my brain's awful. At number 4, it would have to be Halloween Resurrection. Now, Halloween came out before I was even born, and I remember it's got Jamie Lee Fox in it. Jamie Lee Fox? Jamie Lee Curtis, sorry, Jamie Lee Curtis. And it's about her brother, Michael Myers. Now, I obviously was too young to get into the franchise, but I remember my dad had a DVD of a movie that came out when I think I was in my late teens, early 20s, and that was called Halloween Resurrection. So that was, I think it was 10 or 20 anniversary of Michael Myers' killings, and he escaped from this mental asylum or something, and this group of like, I think 4 or 5 teens are filming in his original house. And without giving it away, basically, Michael Myers comes back to haunt, and it's also got Tyra Banks in it as well, and some really cool cast and characters, and it's about the main girl, and there's a bit of like a romance in it, you know, the main girl, and there's like a love interest, but he sort of saves her through technology, so I thought that was really good, and that is my number 4. Now, at number 3, it would have to be Casper. Now, I grew up with Casper, Casper the Friendly Ghost. I think Christina Ricci, who's in the movie, is about a similar age to me. And it was one of those movies that it was on like TV quite a lot, and when you're growing up, you know, it's something you want to watch. And I always remember at my old house, me and my dad were sitting down watching Casper, and we had a power cut. So I don't associate with that, but it sort of brings back memories, and it's also got a good soundtrack, and it's got like a really sweet story behind it, but also a sad story as well. And it's just one of those movies that you just could sit and watch it, you know, the sort of time of year. And even though it's like set at Halloween, and you know, it's about a ghost. It could be like a Christmas movie as well, because sometimes it can be on at Christmas. But I really love it, and the story behind it, the friendship between Kat and Casper was just really, really sweet. So that's why Casper is my number 3. Now, I had difficulty choosing my top 1 and 2, but this just missed the top mark. Now, some of you guys may say this isn't a Halloween movie, but it's set at Halloween. So number 2 is Scream. Now, another thing, I got into the Scream franchise in my late teens and sort of early 20s. I think I watched it on TV or something, and then it was on Netflix, and I just started to get into it again. And that's about Sydney Prescott. Basically, her mother was killed, and then on the anniversary of her mother's death, there's a serial killer going around killing people wearing like a Scream mask and like a black costume, and people are like replicating the kill. So I thought that was a good movie, you know, because it's a typical serial killer movie. And I don't like horror movies, I don't like gory movies, but I quite like the serial killer movie, but I don't want to watch it on my own. So quite like the Scream franchise. And then you've got Dewey, who's her best friend's older brother, who's a police officer, and he's really cute. And then you've got Gail, the weather woman called Gail, I know, play on words. And then they've got like a bit of chemistry as well, and it's just like a good movie. And there's a trilogy of them, and then they made the 4th one, so I thought that was wicked as well. So I'm putting Scream at number 2. Now I'm just going to go over 3 honourable mentions. Now, I don't like horror movies, but I do like scary sort of Halloween movies, including like the children's ones. And Disney have made quite a few good like Halloween themed movies. I think even Nickelodeon made a couple or something. Anyway, here are my honourable mentions. The first movie I'm going to mention is Twitches. Twitches is about these twin girls that are separated at birth. Their mother is a queen of like this magical land or something, and her father's like the king, and they get separated and sent to another dimension where they are teenage girls. They're played by the Tia and Tamara Maui twins. If you might have heard of them from Nickelodeon show Sister Sister. So they live separate lives. They don't know obviously each other exist, and they sort of get reunited at somewhere. They just get like reunited, and they find out that they're, I don't know, princesses or something, and then they find out they have magical powers, and it's just quite a sweet story. And it's a bit, not scary, but it's a bit dark and a bit deep, and I just thought it was a really good like Halloween movie to watch, you know, like a Disney original movie. Anyway, my second honourable mention would have to be the Halloweentown franchise. Now, Halloweentown is about a girl, sort of similar story when she finds out that she's a witch, and then she gets sent to the Halloweentown to like help with her powers, and it's just quite a sweet storyline. And she's got like a loving family, her mum as well, and her gran, and this is really sweet. And then the second one, you know, you start to warm to more of the second characters. Then you've got Halloweentown High, which is really sweet. And then there's a couple more, and then there's one that the girl who plays it, Marnie, isn't actually in it, so I thought that was a bit lame. But it's played, but the new girl is Sarah Paxton. She's a good actress actually, but I don't think she's suited playing Marnie. But the plot itself was quite good, and the original, I think it's called Kimberly J. Brown or something. That's her name. But anyway, that's my second honourable mention. And then lastly, my third honourable mention would have to be another classic movie. I don't know if this is Disney or Nickelodeon, but it's called Double Double, Toil and Trouble, and this is a movie with the Olsen twins in it. I grew up with the Olsen twins, and I love their franchise. I loved all their movies, and this is when they were a lot younger. And again, they're twin sisters, and it's about their grandmother, or their grandmothers or something that were twins, or something like that. And one was like evil and get trapped in like the mirror world or something, and it's about the sisters, you know, finding lost souls and love. And there's some really sweet characters in it, and it's just quite a sweet plot line. It's quite quirky as well, and it's really cute. It's very kid friendly as well, and it's one of those typical children's movies. So yeah, Double Toil and Trouble is my number 3 honourable mention. Now this is my number 1. It's a classic Halloween movie. Everyone growing up's probably seen this movie. It's so sweet. I think it's a Disney movie. It's got Bette Midler in it. Really good movie, and that's Hocus Pocus. This is about a young guy who has a crush on this girl at school, and he's got his little sister Danny, and they basically go to the witch's cottage. I can't remember their name is. The something sisters, and he basically lights the candle and brings the witches back to life. And the witches want to steal children's souls, so they have Forever Beauty. Is it Sanderson sisters? There you go. And it's about Danny sort of adopts or sort of looks after this black cat. It turns out he can talk, and then we find out that his little sister was captured like back in the olden days. And it's just a really sweet story and a classic Halloween movie, and it's just something that you want to watch every Halloween. And it's got a good storyline. It's got music scores as well in it, and Barbara Streisand plays such a good witch, and the rest of the other two as well. And yeah, I just think it's a wicked movie, and that is why Hocus Pocus is my number 1 Halloween movie. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I hope you're having a spooktacular October. Can't wait to see you guys again for another Halloween themed video. I hope you like my crazy Halloween hair. And the top I'm wearing I bought from a place in my mind's gone blank, cannot think of it, in Camden. And this is it, the print. So it's like this cat print, and it's like sitting with a candle and a book. It's a bit tight fitted on me, but I like it. And that's my top, and you see the moon as well. So how cute is it? That's my Halloween top, and that's me. Alright, thanks for watching, take care.